Welcome to the Vue Query Builder tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to import and export rules in the Syncfusion Vue Query Builder component. You will also learn how to use various query formats including JSON, SQL, and MongoDB. I will explain each of these. I'll open my existing Vue application where I've added the Query Builder component with a data source, rules, and styles. The rule property is set to allow importing the rules at initial load, which I have prepared as a JSON object. If you want to learn how to integrate the Query Builder component into a Vue application, please refer to the Getting Started video linked in the card above and in the description below. Let me run this application using the npm run dev command. The Query Builder is rendered with the defined rules at initial load. Next, I will show you how to import these rules when a button is clicked using the Syncfusion Vue button component. Install the Syncfusion Vue buttons package by running the command npm install at Syncfusion ej2 Vue buttons. The installation is now complete. In the app component, import the button component and define it in the component's property with a name. In the template, add a division element and insert the EJS button tag, setting the content to import rules. Set a class name for alignment. Add the click directive and assign an event handler. In the script tag, use the methods property and implement the import rules method. To access the related APIs, add the ref attribute to the Query Builder component. I remove this rule property since I am going to import it with a button click. Using the Query Builder instance, I will invoke the setRules method by passing the rule property. In the style tag, define the button class style for margin customization. You can see the button component. Click it. The rule is imported into the Query Builder. Next, let me show you how to export these rules with a button click. In the template, add a new button component and set its content to export rules. Set the click event handler to export rules. Implement the export rules method. Use the console class log method and pass the Query Builder's getValidRules method. This will log the rules in the browser's console. I open the developer tool to watch the console. I import the rules and then export them. You can see the exported rules in JSON format. Next, let me show you how to import and export SQL queries. The Query Builder supports importing Inline, Parameter, and Named Parameter. Let's do Inline SQL. In the Import Rules method, remove the existing statement and call the Query Builder's setRules from SQL by passing the SQL query as a string value. In the Export Rules method, call the Query Builder's getSQL from rules by passing the rules. I am using the getValidRules method to get the rules. Click the Import Rules button. You can see the same SQL query as conditions here. Click the Export Rules button, and you can see the exported SQL query in the console. Similarly, to import a parameterized SQL in the Import Rules method, remove the existing code. Call the Query Builder's setParameterized SQL and pass an object with SQL and params properties. The params array provides the values that will replace the placeholders in the SQL query. Then, in the Export Rules method, use the Query Builder's getParameterized SQL by passing the valid rules. To convert this parameterized SQL to SQL query, we need to inject the Query Library module. So import the Query Library module and the Query Builder to inject it. Now the Query Builder supports handling parameterized SQL queries. Click the Import Rules button. You can see the SQL query as conditions here. Click the Export Rules button, and you can see the exported parameterized SQL query in the console. Next, I will show you how to import and export the Named Parameter SQL. In the Import Rules method, remove the existing code. Call the Query Builder's setParameterized Named SQL and pass an object with a SQL property that contains named placeholders. Define the params property with an object that maps the named parameters. To export them in the Export Rules method, use the Query Builder's getParameterized Named SQL by passing the valid rules. Click the Import Rules button. You can see the SQL query as conditions here. Click the Export Rules button, and you can see the exported Named Parameter SQL query in the console. Similarly, to import and export the MongoDB queries, you can use the Query Builder's setMongoQuery and getMongoQuery methods, respectively. Let me summarize this video. I have shown you the importing and exporting of rules in the Syncfusion Vue Query Builder component. You can download the example in this video from the GitHub link in the description below. I have also included a link to check if you're eligible for our community license, which gives you a free license key for our entire Vue suite. If you found this video useful, click the like button and subscribe to our channel to get notifications about new videos. Thanks for watching.